story off, after signing a good deal and after joining Nebraska, I was considered of being one of the biggest players ever on the team. But what happens today comes into a different story of my career as I'm going to college in Nebraska. So my story left off to me going to Nebraska for college, and I didn't know what I was thinking. Getting signed to the Huskers would be awesome playing under Scott Frost. But when I first heard that he's gone and he's no longer on the team and being as my coach, this would be different coming from my new career into college football. And ready to start a good college football season. But first, I would get through some couple of things before I get into the NFL draft. Coming into practice for the Huskers was a different day, as I was at the Nike Brotherhood event, ready to start a good career. I was ready to start a good season, starting a best career for Nebraska, getting a team to the championship, and hopefully lead him to a natty. And after practicing for the team, I was determined to be prepared to college football and ready to play Oklahoma. And I was stoked to play college football and ready to play. After practicing, I was determined, and my coach was really impressed about my plays. Ready to play Oklahoma in the semifinals. And then we would either see Georgia or Clemson to get to the national championship. Now this would be a good matchup, but I would determine to run to the championship game. After practice, my agent invited me to a tea or coffee shop, whatever, over in Lincoln, and I was hyped about it. I was all right with it, getting a good drink, getting some vibes, but it's in Team Nike, so I would definitely do it. But anyways, hopefully the continued streak goes. So I was getting ready to practice again, and I just want to go for one more round for practice. So I decided to practice. So I was preparing myself and see how well I do. After practicing with the Cornhusker for a little bit, I was ready to become Cornhusker and lead my team to a national championship. But first, I would have to play Oklahoma. And with the national championship along the line, I was ready at the Superdome. And I was prepared. I was prepared to see which Big Red would take over home. Then I was trying to look at the photos, but apparently they didn't send me the photos. But we beat Oklahoma 3-9, so we won them by 6. Then we went to the Natties. We beat Clemson, but instead of we beat them like 3-9, we decided to knock them out 13-3. Overall, it was a good game for college. It turned out to be a different situation. Although I didn't get well in college, I did do well in college. I was later injured due to ACL problems, but luckily I got invited to a 6v6 matchup, and that changed my life. Although I wasn't even the greatest player ever, I was although determined to be so good, I even didn't go as planned. And since that, I didn't even know how I would even play in the 6-man match. Not long after I played that 6-man, I eventually left playing football, leaving no other choice than to start a new career. Ever since that day, I randomly got a call from a team that really wanted to recruit me coming into college football. And after coming out of college football, I was given something interesting no one has ever given me.